Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today as we're sitting here talking a little bit about some wrestling that's going on. There's a few topics that honestly I've been thinking about that honestly don't really make a whole bunch of sense. Monday, to me, honestly, one of the biggest things that went down was the breakup of Enzo and Kaz. Honestly, in my mind, what I'm thinking is that they did the breakup of Enzo and Kaz a little bit too early. You go back to last summer, they did a little bit of a singles push for Big Kaz. I think he beat Rusev in a singles match on Raw, which set up him going into the Fatal 4-Way for the WWE Universal Championship after SummerSlam when Finn Balor was injured. He didn't get the win in there, but you could tell that, you know, Big Kaz was the guy that they had some plans for down the road in the future. To me, honestly, I don't see Big Kaz as a big, imposing heel. I know that, you know, with a lot of tag teams like Crime Time, the New Age Outlaws, they can do breakup angles and just sort of wave the magic wrestling fingers and just put the guys back together and act like no big deal, nothing happened. One of my favorite things was one of the times that the New Age Outlaws reunited after Road Dogg and Billy Gunn had their feud. I believe at the time Doc Hendricks was one of the main writers of SmackDown, and out of the blue, there was a tag team championship match. I believe it was Rock and Mankind against, they didn't really even say who it was going to be, but Road Dogg came out, and then he brought out Billy Gunn, and then, you know, Doc Hendricks is on the announce team, and he's just flat out saying, like, who knows what's going on right now, don't worry about it, just let's see what happens. And basically, the Outlaws go out there, they win the tag titles, and it's like that feud of, I believe, 2001 just never happened. Don't worry about it. It just never happened. The New Age Outlaws are back. That led to the I believe DX reuniting and going on that heel run with Triple H. But to me, honestly, you know, they might see Big Kaz as something, but I just don't see it. And I see this upcoming match between Enzo and Big Kaz like I saw the breakup of Crime Time with that horrible strap match that happened at Extreme Rules with Chad going up against JTG. JTG was looked at as the guy who was sort of going to get left behind, so he got the win in a surprise fashion against Chad, even though everything was saying at that time that, you know, Vince McMahon thought Chad was going to be this big heel that was going to, you know, basically be getting a good run in the promotion. And that match was so bad that I can't remember if Chad was dropped down to developmental or if Chad was just let go, but it didn't work out. I don't think that they've done everything that there was to do with Enzo and Kaz. It seemed like they made a lot of merch for those guys, whether if it was t-shirts, whether if it was coffee mugs or clocks that you hang on the wall. People like those guys, and I know that Enzo can go out there as a singles guy, and there's been a lot of talk of Enzo, you know, being a manager and being able to, you know, be a good guy. I don't know. I mean, Enzo in the Big Show doesn't really give me the same feel of Enzo and Kaz. Enzo made everything that he touched cool. He made Kaz cool. To me, Kaz is just going to be this sort of tall, lanky, green bean looking guy that I just don't think is going to run the WWE. You know, as of right now, you've got a lot of heels. You don't have a lot of baby faces. And I think that's what you need to sort of get your promotion kicked up into gear. If you don't have anybody that can conquer the bad guys and get over, then what's the point? I mean, right now you've got Roman Reigns beating everybody and nobody cares. You know, Roman Reigns the last 2 years at WrestleMania beat Triple H, the main guy, like the final boss there is in a video game, to WWE. This guy only wrestles once a year, maybe twice a year. Roman beat him in the middle of the ring at WrestleMania. His championship reign lasted until June. And that was it. Last year at WrestleMania, the guy beat Undertaker in the main event of WrestleMania. Probably retiring Taker. What did they do to capitalize on that? They had Braun Strowman beat him. I don't know. But this is going to hurt Enzo. I think this is going to hurt Kaz. This is going to hurt the tag division, which on Raw really only has Gallows and Anderson, Sheamus and Cesaro, the Hardys. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. I know that Vince will always take a single star over a tag team, but they work so hard to get that tag team division over. SmackDown's tag division is really kicking ass. Monday Night Raw's, even though it's got 3 really good teams, I don't think it's really putting them in a good situation for that division to be run well. I'm always going to be fans of Gallows and Anderson because of Talking Shop, because of watching them in the Bullet Club. But they had their run with the titles, and I wonder if they were even really over. And I don't know. I don't get it. I'm sure you ask them, they love it. They love their job. They love being home. They love being able to see their wife and kids every week. But who knows, man? This Enzo and Kaz thing, if they're going to have a match at the next pay-per-view, 7 foot tall against the midget, it's like Kevin Nash and Rey Mysterio. And it's just, the big guys always get a win, like Kevin Nash would say in TNA. Doesn't make a ton of sense. So we'll see what goes down with this. I got to get into work. Today is my Super Friday. And everybody have a good day. See you at 4 o'clock.